Mike Brennan. We're doing another segment on our show here on January 22nd with Tamara Shoemaker. Another one of our sponsors that we appreciate. Uh, she's been promoting Cyberpatriot for a long time. Recently, I think sometime last year, she wrote a book with her husband on how to have teachers teach cybersecurity. We're going to be talking about all those things, right, Tamara? But let's start off with Cyberpatriot. We always assume, hey, it's a catchy name, but a lot of people might be seeing this for the first time. So what exactly is Cyberpatriot?
Sure. So Cyberpatriot is a national program. It is for K through 12, and it teaches cybersecurity education. When you're in between kindergarten and fifth grade, there are free video games that teach awareness. And then middle school and high school kids have a competition season that runs from October until March every year. And then in the summertime, we have summer camps for multiple ages. We also have our senior citizens free awareness training. There's also training for the trainers. So there's also a new certification program that if you want to train, if you want to help seniors and really anybody who needs awareness training, you can actually sit for some, study, go through the training, and then sit for and get a little certificate that says that you can do cybersecurity awareness training. And then they have also a book series for the K through 5 kids as well. So it's a really comprehensive cybersecurity educational program for students across the nation.
All right, so tell us a little bit about your book written for K-12 teachers. How is that going? And give us an overview of what's in it, please.
Well, it's going really well. So what I found travel in the state of Michigan, trying to get more people into Cyberpatriot, more of our teachers, is that they weren't equipped and they didn't have the resources that they needed. And so basically we sat down and we put together this resource. It's a very easy read. It's only 250 pages and it's very conversational. And it's for our teachers to be able to know what to teach. And so what we're hoping to do is we're using the higher education guidelines, CSEC 2017, and we've filtered it down to what they can teach in middle school and high school in all the appropriate different categories and what they should be teaching, and to make it easier for them. We've also got exercises in there and examples and things that they can wrap their head around so that it can make it much easier for them to be able to teach. And then they're teaching something that is transferable, right? That it can move on as they go through their educational process. And so it builds on itself. And so that the folks that are in higher education don't need to start from the beginning. They can start with these kids already having a bit of a leg up.
And I guess we're in the new year, so there's a new events coming up. Why don't we talk about some of those new? Oh, and I want to congratulate you. I noticed on Facebook a few weeks back you were holding a big check, so that means at least somebody's starting to pay for this program, right?
Yeah. We got one supporter, right? So we've got the Cloud Security Alliance that pitched in and helped us out, got us through the rest of the year last year. But we are looking for more for this year because we're now the cupboard is bare. We also had one of my husband's alumni from years ago. Helped out just recently, Wesley Meyer, and he did a personal donation to get us going, and that actually helped me finish putting paying for the postage for the books to go out to our teachers, because we also donated these to the teachers in the state of Michigan as well. The book cover up, the book. So that was important to get out there. But what we've got coming up is we've got our award ceremony. So the national program, when you win at the state level, so they get the state, regional, and then the final nationals. And for nationals, they fly them out at no expense, and it's a wonderful thing. They spend a week competing, and all of the big guys like IBM and AT&T and all those guys get to watch these kids play. And then obviously, right, they're watching their careers start and they're tracking them. But locally, the only thing that we have is our state, and all they do is they send our kids a certificate that said you won first in the state for the different divisions and the different levels. And so we've got 3 divisions and 3 levels, and they just get a certificate. So years ago, because we are trying to grow this program and trying to make it as appealing to kids as we can. It sort of makes me feel like an award ceremony for a sports team at the end of the season. And that's what we do with these guys that win the state for second or third place. We have trophies and we have speakers, and it's a really good, snacks, and, they get medals and trophies. And it's just a really cool event for the kids across the state. And that's coming up in the spring. And so, I'm here talking about that because I really need people who want to volunteer to be involved in that and to be there to help me wrangle all of our kids. And also to speak to them. We would really like to have some speakers come in and talk to them about their career pathways, and the differences that there are, because we really need to expose the kids to a lot of different kinds of pathways and a lot of different career opportunities, because they really get a disservice right now in the information that they get about what kind of jobs are possible in cybersecurity. So it's a really good opportunity for the adults in this game, cybersecurity, to be with the kids and be able to tell them about their career pathways. And then we also have our summer camps coming up in the summer. And those run for a week. They're half-day camps. And at the end of the week, they actually get to do live fire competition against other kids across the nation that are also taking the camp that week. So it's really kind of cool. But we're looking for three things actually. We need venues for our summer camps. We need people who will step up and volunteer to be an instructor during our summer camps, be a speaker at our award ceremony, and also pay the hay and feed. Apologize, it's not the fun part of my job, right? Having to ask people to help us out, but it's really a good program. We've really been growing, and I'm really excited for the 2024 year this year with our program.
So what kind of venues are you looking for? I mean, have these summer camps been held in like conference rooms before, or school classrooms, or what kind of
Yes.
spaces do you need?
All of the above, right? So thank you. That's a really good question, Matt. So it can be at a school, right? At one of their schools or one of the higher education schools where they have computers. What we like to see is we like to have a quiet room that can hold 25 kids and a couple of instructors, right? And that can have at least one computer per each kid, or per two kids. I would love it if they have one for everyone, right? So nobody has ever got any timeout or whatever. But it also is not a bad thing, because you get people with all different levels of understanding about the computer. So it doesn't really hurt if they're sharing one, because you may have one, you can partner people up, that someone who's got a lot of experience and someone who doesn't have a lot of experience, and then we can get them together, and then we can teach them the competition and what to be looking for on that Friday when we go head to head. And then of course we have a big pizza party. So there needs to also be a place where we can eat as well, right? Because a lot of folks that have secure facilities and where the computers are and where they eat is separate places, so that's another thing to consider, that when you have teenagers, you have to take breaks a lot. And you have to throw food and water at them. Otherwise they get cranky, and so do the
Sure.
Just give them Red Bull. Just keep pumping them full of Red Bull. They'll be fine.
No, or the Mountain Dew that Matt's been pounding. So,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Diet Mountain Dew,
if you
man.
really want to join this group, that's
I was going to say Diet Mountain Dew, the drink that built the internet. I'm telling you right now.
Absolutely.
So, I'm going to put you in touch with our K-12 outreach person at the Marburger STEM Center at LTU here, and the provost here, and see if we can work something out.
That'd be lovely.
We have rooms like that, and we do have summer camps, and we could just add this to the list, I think. So
yeah, that would be great. That would be absolutely great. And what we try to do is we have to try to have them all over Michigan, right? We have done them both in person and virtual, and we've done a blended kind of a thing. But I'd really like to do in-person ones as much as we can this year. But of course, if I get somebody up in the wilds of the Upper Peninsula that needs it, just has to have it, we'll do it.
yeah. Cool.
Well, there's a lot of groups out there that paid lip service to wanting to support your group, and I won't name them, but we all know who they are. And I'm not talking about LT by any means. I'm talking about other groups that there are cybersecurity groups who have talked about, yes, we need to work with them, but and this is going to get too obvious, but there are some women in communication groups I thought you'd be a perfect fit with, but you're not hearing much from them, huh?
No. And the thing that's funny about that is that many people will hear about what we're doing, and they'll say, yeah, we should have a cybersecurity camp. We're going to do one as a company. And it's like, and then they start from scratch and they kind of build it on their own. And it's like, this is in a box, man. This has been done for years. It's proven, it works. And then the thing is, the thing I like about what we're doing is, and the reason that I picked Cyberpatriot is it's inexpensive. It's easy to implement. I'm not leaving these teachers out in the lurch and just saying, hey, go ahead and do this. It's after school program. I'm saying, here's a mentor from industry as well. But why reinvent the wheel when it works? And then the other part is you get them all excited about this thing, cybersecurity. And then what? If you have just a regular corporate function, right? And you throw this thing and then they leave and then they go, well, what do we do next? And guess what? They don't have the answers for that. But I do, because this competition goes all year long. And so there's plenty for them to get involved in, right? So today, since it's the rounding out, we're ending up the end of this week. We just finished the last round before they go to final, before they go to nationals. But that doesn't mean that the kids that really want to do this are now using practice rounds to practice for next year, right? Just like any other sport, you got to keep yourself sharp and you got to practice. And so there's lots for them to do. Once they get inspired, we know exactly where to funnel them. That's the whole purpose of the camp, is to get them involved when they're in their school.
The other thing I was going to say is I know in the last fall cybersecurity summit that you had a special one-day program, because I walked in on all these, there was a lot of kids in that room.
700.
Is the state
Wow.
giving you more support? I mean, I'm not asking the state.
No,
to
not
write a check.
recently. Well, while they're asking for my advice, I'm on several, on a couple of different committees. One is
Starts
not
out with tell Jennifer. I always want to say Jennifer. That gets our Whitmer, man. Tell the governor Whitmer that we need like $50,000 to really kick this off around the state or something, right?
Yeah,
Reason I bring
yeah.
that up is the state's sitting on a $9 billion surplus right now. So
They are. And like I said, I'm on these state committees going, so where's the money, fellas? I'll tap into whatever you got here,
Mm.
So yeah, it's a tad bit frustrating, that piece. Yes.
Yep.
I'd rather just work with the kids. Thanks.
Yep. All right, Matt.
All right. Well, tell us how people can get involved and become sponsors. I mean, you obviously are seeking sponsors, and let's all make it easy on you and let people know how they can raise their hand to become a sponsor.
Sure. So let me see if I can get out of the way of myself here. So it's MICyberpatriot.com.
You almost got to slide all the way over to show it on your screen.
There we go. There we go. MICyberpatriot.com, or email me at Tamara Shu. So either way, we can put together a package. Right on the website, there's a PDF that you can download, and it tells you all the different kind of possibilities that you can do for sponsorship. You can have a yearly sponsorship where you do it every year. You can do just for the award banquet or just for the cyber camps. You pick and choose. And then again, I can customize anything that you need, right? So we can take care of folks.
And also the schools themselves, if they want to sponsor a team, we're not looking at much money, a couple $100 or something, right?
That's why I love this program, right? So I'm not buying, like I talk to and work with the robotics folks all the time, and they have to have $10,000 or $20,000 a year to do this. This costs $125 for a team, and it goes year round. So, that's a pretty good deal, right? So, and then if you're a Title I school, it's completely free. If you have an all girls team, it's completely free. And then all service division is also completely free. So all the ROTC and Air Silver Patrol and all those guys are also free. So it's very low barrier, right? And so, and just like what I said about the computers for the camp, you can also do the competition on competition day. You have your team of 5 to 6 players, and it really only takes a couple of computers to actually do the game. And it's, trial by fire there during it, and you're going against everybody across the nation. So it's a lot of fun.